In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor. And in order to do that, you would need a visitor record. What exactly is a visitor record? A visitor record is a document issued by the Canada Border Services Agency, or IRCC, to extend or restrict your stay in Canada. The most important key point to remember is this. A visitor record doesn't guarantee that you can leave and then re-enter Canada. On the right-hand side is an example of what a visitor record looks like. Who exactly can apply for a visitor record? Someone who wants to extend their stay in Canada as a visitor, and someone who wants to change their permit type from maybe a study permit to a visitor record, or from a work permit to a visitor record. When exactly can you apply for a visitor record? There are two ways. The first is when you first arrive at the port of entry and you know you want to stay longer than 6 months. And secondly, when you are in Canada and decide to stay longer. And also remember that you must apply at least 30 days before your authorized stay in Canada expires. Let's quickly dive in. So the first thing you do is you type in on your web browser cic.gc.ca or canada.ca, and you choose English or French depending on what works for you. On the menu, go to Immigration and Citizenship and click on Visit. Once you scroll down, you go down where it says Stay in Canada Longer. You click on that, and then you see Extend your stay in Canada, and you go to How to apply. As you can see, on the right-hand side, the fee is $100, and to apply, the online process is going to take 207 days. So we just go to How to apply. The most important thing again to remember here is under step 2, I believe, or step 3. Okay, yeah, under step 3, it says, for the first question, what would you like to do in Canada? Select Visit. When asked, what is your current country or territory of residence? Select Canada. So now we're going to create an account or sign in. Once you do that, if you haven't created an account before, you click on register and follow the process and create an account. And if you've created an account, you go in and sign in with your GC key, or you sign in with the sign-in partner. I'm going to sign in with my GC key. So when you log in, your screen is going to look exactly like mine. On top, you're going to see applications that you've submitted, and below you're going to see applications that you're still working on, something you stopped on and you're going to continue later. So if you haven't started an application, you are going to start an application by clicking on here. Then determine your eligibility and apply online. We click on this. What would you like to do in Canada? I would say visit. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Temporarily more than 6 months. Select the code that matches the one on your passport. For this demo, I am going to use Nigeria. What is your current country/territory of residence? Remember in the PowerPoint presentation, before we logged in, it says to choose Canada because you're already in Canada and you're trying to extend your stay. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident? If you do, you choose yes. If you don't, you choose no. What is your date of birth? Here, you select your year, select the month, and then the day. Then click on Next. Have you lived in Canada as a permanent resident or landed immigrant? I would say no. If you're applying to change from a work permit or from a study permit, I believe this might apply to you. So for this one, we choose no. Next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid US citizenship and immigration services? I would say no. If it's a yes for you, you choose that. What is your current immigration status in Canada? I would say visitor. Next. If you're married, you choose that. If you're not, you choose single or whatever applies to you. And here you choose the province that you're going to be going to, or the province you're currently in, Ontario. Next. So now it's telling me that I'm eligible to extend my stay in Canada as a visitor/tourist. Continue. So here you're going to create a personal checklist. You're going to answer a couple questions to be able to it's going to help you create your personal checklist based on the documents you need to bring along with the main application form that you're going to be submitting. We click on continue. Are you accompanying a family member who has status in Canada? If it's a yes for you, you choose that. For this demo, I would say no. When does your status in Canada expire? Based on the PowerPoint presentation, it says that we should apply at least 30 days. So year is 2021 and month is May. So we're going to use July for an example for this demo, which is at least 30 days before my application expires. Remember this date, remember the date, the actual date you have, because it's gonna come in handy when you're filling out the application. Have you had any medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician within the last month? If you have, yes. If you haven't, no. I would say yes, because if you're coming into Canada, you're going to do your medicals. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? I'll say no. Next. Are you giving someone access to your application? I would say no. Next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photos for an application to come to Canada? I would say yes, because if you're in Canada already, I'm going to presume that you already submitted something like that. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying your fees, or are you fees exempt? I will say yes, I'll be paying my fees. Next. Are you able to make a digital copy of your documents with a scanner or camera? I will say yes. Next. Will you be paying your application fees online? I will say yes. Next. Now you have the chance to review your answers and modify if there is something wrong, if there is something you want to change. Click on this button here and you are able to update it. If you want to start all over again, you go on top and start again. Once you've reviewed, you click on continue. Then it's just going to tell you the steps. Step 1, use your account, save your application. Step 2, step 3, upload your documents and pay your fees. Continue. And then here we are. So this is based on the demo, this is my document checklist. Yours is going to be exactly the same for this particular one and might be slightly different for the supporting documents based on the answers you provided, right? So based on the answers I provided, I'm going to submit my passport, proof of means of financial support, proof of upfront medical exam, a digital photo, and on here, this is an optional document. If you guys remember in the PowerPoint presentation, I said that a visitor record does not guarantee you to leave Canada and re-enter. So this optional document, it would be nice for you if you have plans of leaving Canada and coming back. Then fill out this application. I'm going to leave this in the description area below, which is an application on how to apply for a TRV, which is a temporary resident visa or a visitor permit made outside of Canada. It's going to be in the description area if you want to know how to fill out that form. If you're interested in leaving and coming back, but if you just want to extend, then just provide this and the supporting documents. So that's how to create your personal checklist. So if you know your UCI, you're going to put it in here. If you do not know that, then you leave it back. Well, you leave it empty. Here you choose I want service in English or French, depending on how you're applying. Number 3, you're applying to extend your status as a visitor. You tick on that. Here, you're going to provide your full name, and if you've used any other name, then you click on yes and provide the details below. If you haven't, then tick on no and leave it like that. Here you put your sex, your date of birth, where you were born, and your country of territory. And then number 6 is also going to be your country of citizenship. Number 7 is the country you're currently in, which is Canada, because you are in Canada as a visitor and you're trying to extend your stay. And here it's going to be the time frame on the time you have in Canada. Let's say you came in 2020, the time frame when it's going to expire on your visitor permit that was issued to you. So that's the from and to here, right? Number 8, it says previous countries or territories of residence. So during the past 5 years, have you lived in any country or territory other than your country? So if you have, you say yes. If you haven't, you choose no. If you have, you choose yes. Then you're going to provide the country and your status there. Did you go as a worker, as a student, as a visitor, whatever works for you. And then the from and the to date as well, how long you stayed in there or how long they offered you time to stay in there. If you do not, if you haven't lived anywhere outside of your country, then tick no and all this goes away. Number 9, you choose your marital status, and then you keep going down. If you are in a common law relationship, then you are going to indicate that below. Then number 10, you're going to, this is also for people who are in a common law relationship, right? So you have the option to give more details here. If, like it says yes, then you provide the details here. If it's no, click on no and that closes. So languages, here you're going to provide your native language. There are options. You can click on the drop down menu to look at the options you have there. If it's English, you choose. Then it asks you, are you able to communicate in English and or French? You can say both, or you can just choose one or neither. And then you have the option to state which language that you are most ease with, right? Then here you provide your passport number, the country it was issued, and when it was issued. If you have a national identity document, you provide that. If you do have it, yes, put the details below. If it's a no, then click on no. Same with the US PR card. Same with the contact information. Here you provide all your details. This is definitely going to be where you are currently in Canada because you're looking to extend your stay in Canada. If your residential address is different from your mailing address, you click on no and then you provide the details. If it's the same, click on yes and that closes. Then provide your telephone number. If you have an alternate telephone number, put that detail here, a fax number here, then your email as well. Then here on coming to Canada, you are going to indicate the date and place of your original entry to Canada, the place you landed, and the original purpose of coming to Canada. If applicable, it says provide the document number of the most recent visitor record, study permit or work permit, or temporary resident permit issued to you. So on the previous record you have, you can get the document number there and put on here because you're trying to extend your stay, right? So purpose of your visit, you're gonna put that detail down here. There is also a drop down menu. If it's not family visit, you have tourism or whatever works for you. There is super visa for parents or grandparents or other, whatever works for you. You put that detail in there. And then indicate how long you plan to stay. So for example, let's say you've got a 6 months visitor visa to Canada, and now you intend to stay. So you're gonna, from the date it's gonna expire, and add how long you intend to stay, preferably an extra 6 months. Depending on how long you intend to stay. At the end of the day, they will be the ones that will decide what they're going to offer you, right? Funds available for my stay. So here you're going to indicate how much that you're going to be needing to take care of yourself. So your expenses in Canada will be paid by who? Is it your parents? Whoever it is that is helping you out. If you're not doing it yourself, if it's yourself, you just put myself. Then here you're going to put the name, address, or relationship of the person or institution that you will visit. So here for a demo, I put Ben Anthony, relationship, my brother, and then address in Canada. I use the same address I provided for myself because I'm presuming based on this demo that if you are coming to visit a family or a brother, you're going to be staying with that person, right? Here you're going to provide the details of your education. You see how I put in this information as a guide. You do the same. Field and level of study, school and facility name, the city and the country as well. Do the same with your employment history, because it says to give details of your employment for the past 10 years, including if you've held any government positions. Just read all this good information here so that as you're filling out your own information or your own form, you are doing exactly what they want, because at the end of the day, all I'm providing you guys as a guide or as a demo based on the previous ones I've done in the past, right? Then after the employment, you go down. If you have more details, you add here. Once you've done that, then this is just a few questions that you need to answer. Just if you've come in contact with someone with tuberculosis and things like that. I believe yours might be no, except this one right here. It says, have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? So I would say yes, because I applied for a visitor visa to Canada the year you applied. And then check the other ones. If it's a no or a yes, whatever applies to you, you do that until you get to the end. You date your application form, sign it. Because this is going to be an online application, you put your name down there. Then you're going to validate. Once you validate, then you upload. Once you've done that and you fill out that form or that application form, you're going to upload all the supporting documents. And be in here, you're going to see next. Once you've done that, you're going to click on that next, then pay your fees and submit your application. That is how to apply to extend your stay in Canada to get a visitor record. Thank you guys for watching.